Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to assemble in here. Otherwise, I won't be here long. This will probably take maybe about 20 or 30 minutes. Um, all right. And first of all, I do not want to try to tell anyone how to handle their emotions or how they are feeling about a situation. I think that if you do have any kind of concern, it would be better for you to reach out to me. Um, Let me pause this movie real quick. It'd be better for you to reach out to me, but this is really, really important. Okay. Um, First of all, I know that people have been seeing a lot of crazy stuff in social media. A lot of very, very twisted, unorthodox, strange, and unusual and perplexing things in social media. Um, and that's exactly what it is. It's social media. Okay. Sometimes what you see in social media, you can't take and accept at face value. And so I wanted to come real quick, and this is really, really, really important. That I swear to God is because I think that it's definitely going to, make everything a lot easier. You know the saying, when too many hands are in the pot, um, you know, and that kinda is what I believe is going on right now. So we have seen my ex in social media be doing some pretty atrocious things. Okay. It's been absolutely disgusting, some of the stuff that he has been doing. But I talked about this on my other channel. He is factually in a position where he is being forced to do those things. I do not live with my ex, I never have lived with him. It's some really crazy stuff going on to where the people in his life who probably shouldn't be in his life, who are very corrupt, in my humble opinion, those people have an issue with me. And yeah, it's a lot of jealousy, it's a lot of ignorance on their part because, at the end of the day, no matter what has transpired, my spirits and my ancestors are going to make sure that my family remains safe. They're going to make sure that my business stays intact, no matter what kind of crazy stuff that they do, because I believe that the people that he is surrounded around, for some reason, they believe that if he comes out in social media and acts cray cray, that somehow can affect me or make me look bad or bring judgment against me, which is it's stupid. It makes no sense. It's so childish. And this is why he does a lot of crazy stuff. When in reality, nobody should be judging somebody because they have an issue or a disagreement. I mean, when you think about it, if anybody should be getting judged for the crazy stuff that this person is doing, which is very fake and false, um, it should be, the woman that I guess is supposed to be in his life, not me. But yet, they make it a target. It's been absolutely disgusting. It really has. I'm handling that situation. Okay. All of it. And the important announcement that I wanted to make was to please do not try to do any work on him. Because what you're doing when you do that is you're making it worse. When people see him doing the stuff that he's doing and you throw curses at him, that's the last thing that he needs. He already has a bunch of fake friends. Some of them are witches who know what they're doing. Some of them don't know what they're doing. He already has a bunch of intranquil spirits that are being sent to him by his enemies. And then not only that, he's dealing with a very controlling, institutionalized environment. And then also he's dealing with troll pressure on YouTube at the same time. When you throw curses at people, you can make it worse. And I've seen people do this. I actually was looking at another person's channel, and people, in my humble opinion, they make the wrong decisions based upon anger. In witchcraft, they make the wrong decisions based upon anger. They'll get angry at a person and they'll hurl a curse at them, and this will just make the situation worse. So, what he and a few other people have been doing all morning is psychically attacking me because he's confused. I am asking anybody that loves me, that is on my side, to first of all, when you look at that crap, please don't get angry about it, because I don't. It's all fake. It's made up. It's a script that they use. Okay. Don't get mad for me and get to hurling curses at him, because it's just making it worse. It just makes it, I'm already having to deal with the situation, the connection that I have with him, and then also dealing with that situation. If you throw extra stuff at him, it just makes my situation harder. You're not protecting me by doing that. I've noticed a lot of people doing that. Oh, well, he's doing this and he's doing that. I've had women do that. They'll just hurl stuff at him, and it ends up making the situation a lot worse for me. Okay. So that's just like, when I handle y'all situations, or when I handle a client situation, I can handle that situation by myself. But on a personal note, the things that are happening personally and professionally, if you look at what he does and you hear what he says, because yesterday he had a weirdo call into his show that just made him look like a total monster. And so people started throwing stuff at him. In retrospect, when you do that, he'll start hurling shit at me. Again, what we are trying to do is get him to calm down, to have clarity. Okay, because right now he's very confused. When you hurl stuff at him, it makes the situation worse, because all he does is send it to me and then blame it on me being a witch. So I'm begging you, please. Some of y'all are doing this sight unseen. When you hurl bad energy into a situation that already needs positive and neutralization, okay, when you hurl curses, because I could definitely tell that there was some people that was throwing. He already got, like, most of the people that he is surrounded by are against him. He's surrounded by his enemies. These people do not like him. They do not respect him. He's already dealing with that. He's already being forced. I spoke about this on my other channel. He is being forced to do that. And so it's kind of like when somebody's forcing something, it's not real. I don't get insulted. I don't even get upset about it. Please don't get upset for me. Don't get upset at any of my enemies for me, but I don't consider him to be an enemy. He's just confused. And it's making the situation worse. It's not creating any kind of peace. Because regardless to what people think or want, a lot of times when you are with a guy, it can take you a few years to even separate your energies from that person. And we know that he's not allowing that separation to happen ever. He's not doing that. So I am asking you to please let me handle my situation, because I could definitely see people throwing stuff at him, and he's already dealing with enough. Seriously, you're just making it worse. In the past week, I have had to remove several intranquil spirits from him. Several. I don't use intranquil spirits for my love work, and I'm not doing any love work on him. Okay? I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to talk about the work that I'm doing. I'm not doing any hexing work on him either. Okay? Throwing a hex at somebody doesn't always make stuff better. You got to sometimes sit back and think, can make this situation worse. Okay? I'm not angry at him either because I understand. Okay? He has a woman and then also several women in social media that are very threatening, very demanding, that are demanding him to, attack children, which, I don't know why you can even call yourself a woman. I suspect these are family members of his, is what my suspect is. So with that situation, I got it covered. A lot of people are new to the situation because there's new people. I have been handling close to 100 people for the past several years. When you throw stuff at him, though, makes it worse. If you're going to throw energy at him, throw healing energy, throw light energy, healing energy, white light energy, so that he can have clarity, because all of those intranquil spirits, bad energies, curses, that's just making the situation worse. To the point where, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get me and him back in a positive space that we had went to 3 years ago instead of this. I am asking you to please do that. I've had women go off, they get upset, they get mad. Listen, a lot of what he is doing is because number one, he is being forced, and number two, he is dysfunctional, but he does not live in my house. He cannot get in my house, and he's fine. Okay, I have no fear of this man. He doesn't need to die because of a, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff going on, and see, actually, what it does is it makes things worse. It does. It makes it worse. If you think about it, if any of you women came to me, okay, and I've heard women out of anger give bad advice on this. If any of you women came to me and you had my situation going on, would I suggest that you curse him? No, I would not. Okay. But there's a lot of witches that are suggesting all of that, and that's not always the best course of action. Okay. A lot of times when it comes to your exes, and then especially being that I have had 2 or 3 miscarriages with this man in the past 3 years, um, it can make it worse. If you so technically we do have children together. They just didn't come into this world, technically. But they're still there in the etheric. They're in the ether. I would never suggest that you curse the father of your children, ever. If somebody tells you that they're giving you horrible advice, okay, so those of you that love me, just trust what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing. What's hurting the situation and making it worse is the judgment and people not looking at it, they're taking things at surface value. And then a lot of times people will say, oh, you're making excuses for him. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm asking you to not make it worse. Now, if you want to throw some energy, throw it at his channel. Throw it at some of those people that you see encouraging it. because his back is against the wall. I told y'all the other day on my other channel that he was being forced to do those things. And I actually have that situation under control. But then just recently, because of a little tiny thing that happened when Mr. Slim Jim called into his show, people were hurling stuff at him because he didn't jump all up and go, I'm not going to do that. He don't have to say that. He's in a situation to where he has a gun to his head. He's got somebody threatening to blow his head off. Okay? It's big, big facts. And you know what? I've already handled that situation. That's why he wasn't, if you notice, he wasn't talking about me yesterday. Okay? So he's not going to kill my baby. He's not going to kill me. That's all for, the sake of crazy YouTube trolls and stuff. And he can't seem to get out of that black sector. If anything, what would help me is if you would hurl some shit at Rio James, hurl some shit at Patricia Smith, hurl some shit at these witches that are hanging around him, trying to use him for some kind of free advertisement as if it's to prove something. All of us women have dealt with a man with problems. Every last one of us. None of us are too good for that hell. Some of y'all sitting up there with men with problems right now. They got issues. Okay, so I'm not coming down on anybody. I'm just asking because Spirit just told me that they said there's some people throwing some stuff at him, based upon, what other people are saying, what other people are doing. Yeah, the other day he was wrong in sin. I have seen him under possession. I have seen him being forced to do things. I have seen all sorts of crazy shit. A lot of these people are going through a lot of changes. Just don't make it worse. Okay, right now what we need in that situation is peace. And you got people that are trying to create war between me and him, and I won't let them. But if you're hurling shit at him, then that makes it worse for me, because what he does is he comes right back to me with it. Okay, so whatever you hurl at him, you hurl at me too. So you start doing me a disservice. Okay, everybody just either needs to, sometimes in certain situations, you'll want to turn the other cheek sometimes. I'm not asking you necessarily to do that, but what I am asking you to do is to allow me to handle my own situation, okay? Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to deal with a couple of experienced witches that keep sending in tranquil spirits to him to make him attack me, which is one of the worst things. And so it's one of the worst things about this situation is that they're doing that, which is totally preposterous. Okay. And it's totally the wrong thing to do in the situation. In tranquil spirits are never, it's never advisable to use those. You got witches that ain't never met the man. You got people that ain't even connected with him that are sending him in tranquil spirits. People practicing on him as if he's some kind of guinea pig. And I'm already dealing with enough of that. You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing, bear in mind that a lot of that stuff that you see in that sector is just for entertainment purposes only. Yes, there are a lot of sick people in that sector. Yes, it is. It's not staying at home. Here we go. I'm changing the batteries in my thing. There's a lot of sick people in that sector that y'all can obviously see are sick. Okay, and they need to get off of YouTube and maybe go turn themselves in or something. I have no fucking idea. But witches, please, I'm begging you to, I'm asking you out of respect, let me handle that situation because I got that. And, I've been handling him for years. I've been handling him for years. For years. And I've actually had witches come up and say, oh, well, he shouldn't be da 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 da. Listen. Let me handle that situation. As soon as those people started to interfere, it made the shit worse. I know exactly how to handle him. If you don't agree with it, then I'm just asking you to not, because, and what I'll tell you is that there's no need. That's just like when a spiritualist tells you don't go to more than one witch. There's already a witch handling that situation, and that is me, and I can handle that situation by myself. Okay. Because that sector is what it is. That's what they do in that sector. That sector was built surrounding around me being stalked, me being smeared. Yes, he should not still be involved with that, but unfortunately he is. Okay, but when you hurl stuff at him, it makes it more difficult. Okay, I found myself being sort of behind on my casework because of it. And I'm not blaming you for anything, but I think that if you're making a situation worse, then you're making a situation worse. Okay, and I don't need help with those witches. I don't need help with none of those people. If it's a witch over there, I got her. Okay. I've been dealing with this situation for the past several years, just to let y'all know. Okay, y'all focus on enjoying my channel. He's not going to murder anybody. Okay, he's not. I promise you he won't. Okay, because, they got real dark and sinister yesterday. It was like, oh, really? you know, um, and that is probably because, and he's extra, extra on the defense against me, you know, uh, because of that. Okay, I'm trying to hang up my wall sconces, y'all. I just replaced the battery in my wall sconces, and for some reason, why is this one not wanting to stay on? This is strange. Hmm. Hold on. Okay, there we go. No, it keeps blipping off. What the hell? Is it a short in it or something? Huh. There we go. No? All right, let me hang it up and see. Oh, shit. Hold on. I may have to get these replaced, y'all. This is being weird. And there's brand new batteries in it, unless I know that I didn't get them fused because I took them straight out of the package. All right, let me hang these up. You know how, like, when you give something power, it can make it worse. That's why I had to put hanging with these one people, because they actually gave power to some of the stuff that he was doing, which is a mistake because none of that stuff actually has power. But what does have power is when authentic witches are throwing stuff at them, because I know I got a lot of y'all over here, and I love you guys. I do. But trust me, I got that situation under control. Okay? I actually had to unfriend some people a few years ago because they were giving way too much power to that sector. And that sector has no power over nobody. can't really take seriously what they're doing either. Okay, what in the heckers? There we go. Hopefully it will stay lit with the little. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Is that for some reason it just didn't want to stay lit? I don't exactly know why people would do some of the stuff that they do. You know, there's a lot of people that think that they have the right to take out vengeance on me when I've done nothing to them. So in order to not create more confusion, you know, let's let that go. Okay. And his ancestors are very powerful, just to let y'all know. So I don't even mess with him. You know, there's one of his ancestors that I leave an offering for. I think it may be his mother. One of, I don't know who that is. They like apple cider vinegar though. And, you know, let me handle that situation. He's my business. He's my issue. Let me handle it. Y'all just don't worry about that. Live life. I'm going to be back a little bit later to do some readings. And, you know, hopefully pretty soon we'll have him at a place where he is, you know, and just recently I've done some things that I wasn't proud of. But sometimes when you're dealing with a narcissist, sometimes you have to do to them what they do to you so that they can understand, you know, what they've done. And so when you get to hurling stuff at people just at the slightest thing, you know, oh, you know, I think yesterday he called me a bitch. He said, this bitch. I'm not tripping off of that. Okay. I'm not tripping off of him having people on his panel. I'm not tripping off of none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Because sometimes you can create more issues than what it's worth. I mean, you know, we all know pretty soon he'll be gone from that whole thing. He won't even be dealing with that situation no more. Also, another thing, don't hurl stuff at Tiffany either, please. I got her handled. Been knowing her for years. She's going through some things and doing some crazy stuff, but let me handle my own situation. If you want to send me some protection, that, you know, some non-manipulative protection, if you want to protect us, that's fine. If you want to pray for us, if you want to send healing energy, that's fine. But y'all see my wall sconces? I just put I just replaced the battery in it. They're so cute. I love these. Okay, guys, I just wanted to say that real quick. I'm gonna get back to watching my movie. I'm drinking milk and eating brownies and watching Practical Magic. Okay. Try to get that stuff off your mind. In fact, stop watching that sector. If you're a follower of mine, you need to definitely not watch that sector. They're very parasitic in that sector. And yes, he shouldn't be in that sector, but you know what? He's going to have to find out in his own time. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Bye-bye. I hope you didn't take this the wrong way. You say you're a zombie for me. Oh, I love you guys too. Shout out to the witches. I love you guys, but just, you know, just let me handle that situation. I got that situation. Okay. Because it used to be worse than that. And I'm trying to, oh, this is what I was going to tell y'all. Some fool keeps sending him in tranquil spirits, which is totally it's not me. It's not me. Okay. It's somebody else because, you know, it's a witch that I guess she feels in her mind that she gonna take him from me or some crazy shit. That's the main thing that I'm concerned about at this point because it's just making it worse. It's making him more monstrous towards me. He blames me, and it's just it's really crazy. And trust me, there's only one or two in that sector that are actual, authentic witches with any kind of knowledge. But they're still playing pity pack because it just doesn't make any sense. Sending somebody to an in tranquil spirit is not going to make them love you. If somebody already loves you or in love with you, then yeah, you can send an in tranquil spirit to return the lover to you, but he's never been any of their lovers, so it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, all right, so yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. If y'all have any questions, you can feel free to email me or text me. Okay, but other than that, I don't even want to focus on those people anymore. It got real sick last night. It got real sick with this woman on there, this older lady on there talking all that nasty, disgusting crap. You can see where the perversion in that sector comes from. It's totally disgusting. He doesn't need to be cursed. He needs to be uncursed. The problem is that a lot of the men out there are cursed. When they make a mistake, cursing them just makes it worse. Okay. So if you guys want to protect me, just don't hurl nothing at him. Let me handle that situation. Okay. Y'all can be my support, but I saw a couple of people that have been throwing stuff at him. And I'm not upset with you, but it's kind of like he's being forced to do those things. Okay, he really is. And it's sick, it's sad, but we can't just go, I'm gonna curse you. You need to be a man. We all know that. That's not gonna make him be a man any faster. Okay. Anyway, guys, I love you. I'm probably gonna be gone for a couple of days because I got a lot of work to do. I gotta focus. But I may come back later on today and do some readings. I don't know. But I'll catch y'all later. Okay. Blessings.